Hey guys, Buff today, bringing out a video, and today we are taking the Core 45 pistol or the Glock 21 and turning it and converting it into the CAA RONI G-1 Carbine conversion kit here for this weapon, or a MWIII RONI Gen 1, 2, 3, or 4. It really could be either of those. So we'll go ahead and jump into that and we will review this and see how it handles in game. So backing out, here we have our final design, which is the Glock 21 in the CAA MWIII RONI conversion kit, Carbine conversion kit here. Go ahead and build this thing up from scratch. I'll show you this, and it gives it a binary trigger, so you can basically full auto this thing. So backing out quick, what we'll do is select our base Core 45 here. Go ahead to the gunsmith. Now, leveling this thing up all the way and doing the challenge for the conversion kit for the aftermarket parts challenge gives you the XRK IPv2 conversion kit. This is what gives you that chassis, carbine chassis kit on the weapon, similar to what we see with the Rafika, and we saw something very similar in Modern Warfare 2 also. So this gives us again the CAA RONI Gen 1, I believe, Gen 1, 2, 3. Could also be a MWIII RONI Gen 4. Really, a lot of them are very similar looking, and Call of Duty doesn't ever put anything exactly as it is in real life. So this conversion kit, you can read the description there. This carbine conversion kit for the Core 45 or the Glock 21, as it is in game, allows for optics and underbarrel attachments. The pros here are going to be allows for tack stance, fire rate increase, bullet velocity, and range, aiming stability. The cons being aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, and damage at range. So you can see here also our rate of fire goes up to 800 rounds per minute. So you're increasing 100% the rate of fire here to 100 rounds per minute, which is crazy. Effective damage range goes up by 30%, as well as the minimum damage range and the bullet velocity goes up by 40%. You're taking a hit or cons to your headshot damage, upper torso, and all those damages. But again, you're basically able to full auto this thing because it does have a binary trigger. So we'll go ahead and select that. Next up, again, magazines. You ideally, with the rate of fire of this, you want something more beefy. Probably a 30 rounder, I would say, would be good. But again, for real life conversion purposes, we're not going to do that. So we're going to, for the underbarrel attachment, there's no right or wrong one here, really. There's plenty of options that you can go with. And you'll see many different underbarrel attachments on these in real life, which you'll see in the examples when I show. For this one here, we're going to go ahead and run with the Magpul vertical foregrip. Again, there's really, actually, which one did we do here? Just let me, this one here, the Slogger Tango, I think, kind of, because this one's foldable, so it makes a little bit more sense that you could fold this up. You see this on a lot of them as well. However, you can go with any of these, and some of them have, like the Gen 4s have customized ones that hold your extra magazine in the actual grip itself, so you could easily have an accessible second magazine to insert. Unfortunately, we don't have that with this, but any underbarrel attachment works just fine for this. We're going to go to the Slogger Tango, give us aim walking steadiness, hip fire spread, and recoil control, with the cons being aim down sight speed. And again, it folds, or it looks like it folds. It doesn't fold in game. But you do have plenty of other options here, and there's no wrong option for this. So you see a bunch of these in real life use a variety of different underbarrel attachments. Muzzle device, we unfortunately are going to skip. I'll show you what you could swap in for that if you wanted. Laser, we're going to have to skip. Optic, again, this is personal preference. You'll see this run with a variety of different optics. For the gameplay here, we're going to just run the SZ Sigma optic, the red dot here, just for a precision sight picture. Again, there's plenty. You can go with any of these. There's no wrong option for these. Go ahead and put on a simple red dot sight. And then for the stock option, you see the options here. We have the dynamic precision stock. We have the FTAC light stock. You have the pistol stabilizing brace, or the XRK IP brace stock, and then you have the Ravage 45 stock. So again, any of these are acceptable to put on. I think all of them work for this. However, for this, we're going to go, mainly you see it something with these types of butt stocks on here, stock options. So the gun kick control and recoil control with the dynamic precision stock. Cons are ADS speed, sprint to fire speed, and sprint speed. So we'll select that. And for our fifth attachment here, we're going to end up going with a muzzle device. So you have a couple different grips here. No trigger, because you're automatically getting a binary trigger on this. Magazine, like I said, you probably want to go for gameplay purposes. You want probably a larger magazine. Ammunition or laser is your choice. For this one, we're going to go ahead and run a muzzle device. And typically you see some sort of prawn muzzle device on these. So we'll go ahead and run with the, any of these are really fine. I think for this one, we're going to probably run with this one right here, just for the purposes of how it looks for aesthetic, closer to the real life versions that we see. But again, all these are pretty feasible. This one here is going to give us vertical control, so Bruin triport. We'll go ahead and throw that on there. Going to give us the vertical control, and this is our final design for the Glock 21 with the RONI, or the CAA RONI MWIII conversion kit, carbine conversion kit here for this weapon. Go ahead and jump into the firing range for this so you guys can take a look at it. And here we go. Go ahead and do the weapon inspect. Really nice looking gun here, and again, you see that the charging handle there in the rear. The larger ejection port. Go ahead and let this thing fire. Now, for this, one pull the trigger is going to be a shot fired. I'm holding the trigger. You let go of the trigger, you're going to fire a second shot. So it's a binary trigger. So one pull, full pull the trigger is going to give you 2. So there's 2 shots. So do it again. 2 shots. Hold the trigger, release the trigger. So you're getting 2 shots with a trigger pull. So I can fire this thing full auto pretty much just by tap fire. Show you again. Now, obviously, it's going to only be accurate within certain ranges because it still is a pistol. You're still firing 45 ACP with this. But you can still get pretty fast rate of fire on it regardless. And you can also tack stand, as you see here also, which is really nice. So this is our CAA RONI. Let's go ahead and check out the recoil control. If I let this thing tap fire this as fast as I can, not control it. So there you go, pretty much straight vertical. I overcompensated there a little bit, let's try again. So again, these are all center mass shots, pretty easy to control. Slight pull down, especially if you want to put a horizontal brake on there instead. Be pretty easy. But again, pretty accurate, and this essentially gives you a full auto weapon as a pistol. And just by 2 pulls of the trigger, you're getting 4 shots. And that's enough to kill. Just 2 pulls of the trigger, and your guy is dead. Fast as you can, fire here. So that is our CAA MWIII Carbine Conversion Kit, or RONI Conversion Kit, Gen 1, 2, 3, or 4. Again, it's really hard to pinpoint specifically which one it is here in-game, because Call of Duty never follows anything exact. You see the camos on this. Typically, you're going to see this thing run in black. Zombie camos, nothing super special either, but still, overall, a really nice-looking weapon. You guys can probably build this. I really would love to see your guys' builds over on Twitter or the Discord, because this thing, I think, is really, really cool. I wish they gave you the front grip with the magazine insert. You have a second magazine there. It would be really cool to see. Maybe that's something, an attachment, something like that we'll see in the future. Jump into the gameplay again. We're just playing on Favela here. Just kind of messing around, trying to use this thing as best we can as a primary, and you're going to see how quickly you can fire this. So if you were to put on like an 18 or a 30 round magazine, this thing is definitely deadly in close quarters. All you got to do, again, it's a binary trigger, so 1 pull of the trigger, pull and release, fires 2 shots, just like a binary trigger would in real life. Franklin Armory is famous for their binary triggers. They kind of pioneered it. So binary trigger, 1 full pull, 2 shots. So by tap firing this thing twice, 4 total shots, you should easily have a kill right there. And if you have a quick trigger finger, it's going to basically be a full auto weapon. So that's why you're going to see in the game here, you're going to be reloading constantly in the gameplay. So that's why you probably want an 18 or even a 30 round magazine. 40 may be a little bit excessive, but I think 30 would be definitely doable, and just opt out of the muzzle device or even the optic. You really don't need, I think the optic, the iron sights are actually pretty good on this. But again, for purposes of in-game, trying to make this thing best we can, this is a pretty close as we're going to get, I feel. But again, there's a lot of other attachments that you can put on this to make it look like a lot of the real life different builds you see from CAA Industries. So let me know your thoughts down below on this weapon. It's a really, really cool weapon. And again, with it in general, you have a a lot of different features here. Typically compatible with Gen 4, 5, and 3 Glock pistols. Allows for a larger ejection port. You have Picatinny rails, full-length Picatinny rail on top, left, right, and bottom as well as the foldable buttstock in real life based on the different version you get. And so you can put on a lot of different accessories and muzzle devices also. So ambidextrous, easy, and fast cocking handle, which you do see here in game, completely ambidextrous. Allows you to just cock the weapon from left to the right-hand side or with both hands. And typically you see a fast magazine carrier for fast reloads, like I mentioned. However, not really available typically on Glock 21 models in real life, and we're not seeing it here in game. So maybe they did it on purpose, and maybe not. Not really sure. But it's pretty cool. You have a front integral tactical light, things like that, based on the front grips that are run on this. But again, a variety, you can pretty much run on any of this because it is a carbine conversion kit. And the cool thing is here, you do have the binary trigger. So it's actually, I think it's going to be a lot of fun to use. Definitely in Warzone, and I'm looking forward to comparing it to the other RONI conversion kit that you get that turns it into a full auto with the Rafika. So this is a really cool weapon conversion. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to like the channel and like the video and subscribe to the channel. Best way to support the channel, just watch the ads, share. But again, watching the ads definitely helps out. But subscribing, sharing helps out smaller channels like myself. We do have memberships live on the channel, so if you guys want to go ahead and do that, you do get some emotes there. I'm going to be adding some more here soon, as well as a little bit of discount on merchandise, things like that. So shout out to our current members: Man Named Nobody, Asan V07, PDX Jake, Ram Ramster, K-Dog 350, Aiden Flores, This Justin, FPS Cannon Fodder, and Noodly Boyo for their members. And again, merchandise should be up hopefully this week, I'm thinking. Working with the company right now to get something up on their website, and I also am in the process of adding some more designs for Buffmas and some other designs like that. So you guys will have those, if not when everything launches, shortly thereafter also. So let me know your thoughts down below. Discord links are all down below in the description. Until next time, this is Buffering Gaming with the CAA RONI or the RONI conversion kit. Till next time, Buffering Gaming out.